first coats there. A quick job done on the letters and the numbers and stuff like that. So we'll turn them over then and give them another coat underneath and ready for hanging. I'm looking for this steering column. This is off an early petrol Ferguson 20, a TEA, so I'm just after getting rid of the split pin in there, and that's allowing this to come down. Just managed to tap the brass bushing through there. Because the difference between the petrol tractor and probably the TVO tractors, the 20 diesel has this at a different angle. This is the wrong angle, so that the throttle has to go, and it's very easy to take out a throttle lever. There's just a hole in there for a spring, for a, what would you call it, a cotter pin or split pin. You've probably seen me doing this on the 35 dash as well. So that'll come down, this will come back up, and there's your brass bushing there. A bit of a grab on the vice grips unfortunately, but at least you don't see that side of it. There's no other way really of getting these out, bar to, if you ask me, when they're tight, is to get a grip on them in the vice grips and keep just twisting and lightly tapping the other side. So what I can do is start tidying that up anyway, so that it's a bit straighter, just in case it ever needs to be used again. I gave this a tap here. It's fairly badly seized, but it was. It's starting to move now, so I'll be able to cut that off, and at least I'll have a hole then if I do want to use it on something. I won't need it on the gold belly, I don't think, but it's just been nice to have because it's specific. And you can see this was actually brass, so maybe the early TEAs had brass fittings, throttle rods in them. It's interesting, I didn't know that until I saw it on this. It's ready to go for man that's looking for it. I'm just making sure that all the threads are good in it, and not doing too much cleaning down on it. Just give it a quick rub down with the wire brush, spray down a bit of this stuff down in there. Didn't need it, but the bearings are very good in it anyway. Bearings can be adjusted anyway. Just loosen off the top lock nut and the bottom, tighten in the bottom, put on the tab washer, put on the top, put on the tab washer, exactly as I did on the gold belly and on the 35X. After spraying a bit of that oil in there, you could go a ghee hair more now is all you'd need, just to take up just very little bit of it there, so you can take that out of it easy enough. In fact, actually, there's more than anything, so I might just go and adjust that for him actually now. So I'm just taking off this collar. These are way better quality than the later ones. So the early petrol ones definitely had more material in them. Just noticing a few things, like I said there, with the brass there and stuff. I think the chrome was better as well on them, the throttle rod there. So I'm just bending up this lock tab here, so we can get that loosened. And there's one there for tapping downwards. That's good. Then put the pliers like that. The bearing feels very good in it. It's just there's a bit of up and down movement, so we'll take that out of it. Now, I don't know what size we are there, probably an inch and a 1/16. It would of course be an inch and a 1/16. So I'm going to have to change this in the vise here. We get a grip on the end of it. A big rag in the vise there as well. We have to stop this turning. And we have to loosen off this one on top, if it will come. Move the camera this way here. Could be a little bit awkward now, right? Because I'm only holding this in the vise. What is that fight? There's no other lock tab on that. No, we're all open. So anyway, I'm going to give that a bit more persuasion, and I'll come back when I have it moving. Right, so what I did was I just put this timber underneath it here, and that gave me the leverage that I needed. So now it's moving, so that's brilliant. So we can loosen this off a bit. Out of the way, same with the lock tab. We can move him on up out of the way. Might be a little bit, might need a little bit of a tapping. Oh no, he's coming, that's okay. And then we go into this inside one here, and we give him a tighten, like so. It's tightening up lovely. That's going to take all the free place. We've got too much because the roller taper bearings. Get everything to bed in, take out the timber, and that's good and tight, yeah, as you would expect. And then we can loosen it off. Loosen them off. Little bit. Yeah, nice. Just feels nice. And there's no up and down movement in it. So that's about where I'd be going with that. A bit of penetrating oil and engine oil, 3-in-1 oil lamp like that, just to get those bearings well looped up. That should do the trick nicely. So now we move our lock tab. Okay, so I remember about this goes. Lock tab is the same shape as a nut, so they like you to adjust it so that it is a tab over the edge of the nut. And that's fair enough. No up and down movement there. So there's one there. That's good. We'll do on this side now. Not going to be any free play in this at all. It's going to be lovely. So that's one done. Now, okay, that'll do. Tighten down the lock nut towards the lower nut and the lock tab, so stop it loosening. 1/16, nearly every big nut or bolt in the tractor always 1/16. It is a little bit awkward with the helical gear here in the vise. You just have to grip it with lots of cloths and not go too tight, obviously, because of a habit of making its way out. So just go as much as you have to. Now that's feeling nice there now. Lovely. So now we'll bend up one of these tabs over the top nut. Just get it started anyway. See if we can get her down. That's grand, nice and neat. Same with this. Lovely. There's a bit of old grease coming off there. Leave that clean off. that's it. It's looking good. Two bent down. So that's going to be A1. So it is A1. Lovely. Just going to need a bit of oil, and we'll call that good to go. So if anyone's been following the few videos over the last while, we managed to get that throttle rod off the 35 dash I had. I think I had that one somewhere else, and now we've this one. So in the space of 5 or 6 days, we've 3 throttle rods, probably all from different models. That's from a TVO 20, so slightly later than that. 6 volt, 12 volt, 35. So don't know if I'm ever going to need them again, but we have them there, and we've a nice colour. I'm fairly sure this is a lot nicer, better quality than the later 12 volt steering wheel or steering column colours. Seems to be a lot more in them, and the fact that the chrome is held up this long, and the chrome on the throttle rod as well, you know, it's interesting. Maybe they did cut down on the quality as time went on. Anyway, so that's ready for the man to collect, and yeah, might clean him up in the parts washer as well and give him a clean up and hang it somewhere there, because it's just one of them parts you just don't see that sort of quality very often. So fall to go Scléip shed, the second part of Scléip's shed. I probably didn't mention it before. Scléip is an Irish word used around here for fun, for crack basically. I'm sure we all know the Irish invented the crack. So I'm slowly going through parts, and the idea in here is to turn this into a kind of a vintage den. So this is a nice Swarfiga tin, and what I'm going to do with that is it's going to get a quick rub down with WD-40, and it's going to get clear varnished, so that way we'll be able to reserve it. Recommended price 5 shilling. That kind of helps date it. Yeah, I'd say it's nice enough in age. We've got a nice chemical tyre puncture repair kit. I have some more of them around here. I have a Dunlop one that wouldn't be that old, but it's getting older every day, I suppose. I have a Romac one there, I have a Romac one there, and I have valve grinding compound. I actually used that on the Gold Belly, so that's some similar bits and pieces. This is a Lucas LA12 coil. That is the coil that would have been standard fit to the dated 4th of 60. Get it to focus. There is LA12, and if you look in the workshop manual for the Massey Ferguson 35 petrol and TVO models, you'll see that this is the one that was used with the acorn, longer acorn, and it even has the little lad for the wire there as well. So that was a nice little purchase. So we have to test to see does that work. I won't need them connections for the female spade connectors. I'll be using the bolt-on ones, and there's even an extra brass nut, and I like that kind of period correct. So we have a nice little display box of strangers upside down. Suppose you would have put the Golden Vale Cheese, Golden Vale Food Products Limited, Charleville, County Cork. So it's nice to have the Irish ones. So I suppose what you could do with this is you could put a few things on top of it. So that'll be nice. Again, more shelving space needed. Really like this. Nice patina. It's going to clean up nice. A few little rust holes, doesn't matter. So we'll give that a good clean down with WD-40. See which side is best. Probably that one there. And clear varnish it. Simple as that. Another nice little thing here. This is really cool. Continuous action sprayer. I thought this was really nice. So it screws on there. I thought that was cool. Doesn't work. Doesn't need to work. Flit. Build up pressure and continuous action and all that shit. So I thought that was really nice. Just different. I have a lot more car and motorcycle badges at home. I'm slowly going to be bringing them up, and I have a place for them, and it's going to be along here. So with the Ferguson gold belly, so that's going to go beside there. I have a nice Triumph one down here. That's from 90. Let's say they were from the T110s and stuff like that, or even what was it called now? TR3s or what were they? Something trees. That particular badge I think was known as was it the neon sign badge or something like that. So with nice little bits there. Because we're on County Galway, I have this as well, Corrib soda, and of course we've Loch Corrib not too far from us, and river flowing through Galway is called the River Corrib, and this is, as you can see, it's still actually full. So I thought that was nice, just considering we are. This is going to get clear varnished, and that's going to get clear varnished. I do have collections of old boxes, parts and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of cool just for the name of it. Robo light, reflectors, lamps, and it still has its part inside. There's Robo light written on it there. All original. So one side is facing forward, one side is facing back. So I thought that was cool. They're the kind of things I like to have around here. I'm not going to use the light, I don't think, on anything, but at the same time, it's all there. It's in its box. It's got all its part numbers and stuff like that. Nice quality parts in there. So we keep all that together in the box. Just nice. I thought it was a nice colour of a box. Tape that back closed, and we'll pick the best side, put the best side out, as to say, probably him, clear varnish it. Simple as that. So I have another few nice old boxes here. I thought they were just nice. You know, there was just, I don't know, was it the font or the names and all of this. I thought they were just kind of cool. Some old tins as well. This says finest quality steel pins. Finest quality steel. I just thought it was kind of cool. AC Delco was a brand years ago, and they made things like this. Is an original Ferguson 20 lift pump up there, and that's AC Delco. So I like to have all of them kind of brands visible here. Still has its fan belt inside. There you go, AC Delco. Don't know what it's for. Probably never going to find out. Probably could be used for something that I have here if I want it. Yeah, so that's nice. So we'll tidy it up a bit there. Clear varnish the hell out of it. Really nice, lovely colour, blue and red and white. Looks lovely. Reminds me of Esso and all them brands. So we've got a bag here of some lovely. I'm a big fan of Lucas. Big fan of Lucas. So I want anything with Lucas written on it. I want it. I want it on display. So we got some Uni part. Maybe not very, very old, but look, it's getting older every day. British Leyland. So it's just going to be nice again. Just nice when they're put up beside each other. Clear varnish them again. Lucas as well. Mazda probably not very gone on that, but there's some nice brands and stuff and fonts on it for cars, motorcycles and commercial vehicles. It's cool. This still has its 6-fold. That's interesting. Still has its bulb inside, so I thought that was nice. Made in Great Britain, motor car bulb, and again it has Lucas written out. We like that. Some other stuff again, I think they make a nice contrast, and you have different colours and different makes. Commercial ignition still has whatever is in there. It's probably a set of points, probably. Yeah. And there you go, a set of ignition points. Lovely. Just, I suppose, from an old era, no such thing as ignition points anymore. It's all electronic, transistorized, blah blah blah, all that stuff. It's not like the old days. So nice to have. We picked the best side. Nice bit of patina on that side. Keep him. Also got some cool more boxes here. So with the likes of that, I might actually put it flat, because then you get both sides on it. I like that. Just like it's cool as well, and it's side and tail bulb still in there. 6 volt. So again, nice to have bits and pieces of 6 volt there. Osram automobile bulb, gas filled. Again, it's really cool box, like really nice box. And is this 6 volt? 3 watt, made in England, Osram. Yeah, I just think all these are just cool when you put them together. Perlico auto bulbs still in there. Again, just cool to have. So Lucas authorized spare, Osram, so tidy that up there, keep it all together, clear varnish it. Another one or two of them Mazda ones. I'm not mad about the Mazda bit, but at the end of the day, this seems to be a fulcrum pin, it's called. So, still in its original pack in there. BMC, British Motor Company, British Motor Corporation, I think it's called. So if you take off this, you'll get down to the what's under there, BMC, and that's what I want. That's the collectible part of it. I want to see BMC. So cut all that off there with a nice knife, take off that there, and it should start peeling off, and hopefully what we're left underneath then is good condition. This, I don't know, I'm not mad about the Lucas, the Mazda bit on it again, but has Lucas, so it's collectible in my books. This one's not very old now, but it's cool. Bulb. So tidy it up a little bit, square it off. 12 volt. It's nice, it's red, it's different. It'll contrast nicely, and the same with that there. It's not exactly, again, I'm not mad about the Mazda, but we'll pick whatever side we like the most. And we'll put it facing up. So now we're into old oil bottles and cans. I do like these mobile one. I just something about the horse and stuff. Pegasus, wherever it is a Pegasus, and them Greek things. We'll give her a good clean down, and it's probably 1970s, but still, 1970s is a long time ago now. Some other stuff is not. Again, it's more just I like the colours on it. It's going to contrast well. Still stuff in it. Brake and clutch fluid. Universal brake and clutch fluid. Again, they're getting old. They're kind of cool when you put them together. Grind and paste. I always like them because, you know, we're gone way past the days of grinding valves. I love it. I really enjoy grinding valves. And yeah, look, we'll that in itself kind of, you know, it ties it to a bygone era, I suppose. This I really like. Running in compound. So after you do up an engine, you would put that in. I just thought it was cool for that. So I really like that. It's lovely patina. Other stuff then, just the names and stuff. Lockheed, super heavy duty hydraulic fluid, made in England. Nice patina on it. So we pick whatever. That's dented, so we'll go for this side there. Clean it up. It'll look good. Holtz Wonder Weld. Again, wasn't overly keen on it, but you know what, it's interesting. when you put it beside the rest of them, it's interesting. And then of course we have our Swarfiga then as well. Thought it was just nice kind of colours on it, and yeah, great stuff. Great stuff, the old Swarfiga, we use it here all the time. And then this crate as well. So you're talking galvanised, pressed, kind of mild steel, I suppose. And I thought the name was cool on it, Wrecking Ales. That was kind of cool. So it'd be ideal now. I'd love if it was an Esso and I'd be able to put a selection of my oil bottles in it, but it's not. It's not, but it'll look cool. I'll clean it up a little bit, and might stack a few bits and pieces in it there one of the days. I am starting to think my manifolds are going to have to come down, and I'm going to have to start putting up more shelves. Simple as that. Because all of this stuff really needs to be on display, because look, straight away, like, you know, there's some really nice stuff there, and I'm running out of space. So I had originally fitted this white kind of a bit of timber there, but if you want to, well, not even plyboard kind of stuff, and the dampness got to it. But anyway, I might actually put in another big sheet of ply in there, I think, like I did here, and the white one the other side. And what I might do is I might start putting shelves up there as well, because we need to get all this stuff. We need to get all this stuff on display. So, but for now, I think it's time to take down these spark plugs. I'm going to try and make a separate display for them, where I drill holes into something and sit them in it so they can be seen. And I might start fitting in a few of my my boxes in there. Yeah, I might try and even modify this. This is something I made when I was 13 in school. It was a CD rack. Maybe just, I don't know, because some of the boxes are very narrow, I might be able to put another piece up there each side and start stacking them in, turn it into a bit of a display for some of these boxes. I think they need to be kept together. For now, I think the biggest thing is going to be WD-14, wiping with cloth and clear varnishing. But look, Sinead, scale and so on, this right already on. Plenty of stuff there for doing, and it's a shame not to have them on display, I think. So we'll get going, clean up, pick one and clean up, and see how we get on.